How's it going? It's Mike here with Imperial Tropicals. Hello, Bill, Shob. Hey, Cotton, how's it going? Empire Gudgeons? Yeah, we can go check out some Empire Gudgeons if we have any. Good morning, Miguel. Randy woke up just in time. Hey, Randy. You must be on the West Coast. Happy Friday, Stacy, Lynx. How's everybody doing today? Let me turn you guys around. We will go look for the Empire Gudgeons. So we keep them over with our rainbows in our rainbow fish section. So we'll see what we have going on over there. Nick, that's good to hear about your fish. What did you get? And where do you live, Nick? It'd be cool to see how they ship for you. So here we go, the Empire Gudgeons. They're in there with a few rainbow fish. Let me fight the glare for you guys. Also, this tank doesn't have very bright lights. Let me see if I can take the lid off. Oh, there we go. You can see they're kind of small still, not colored up, but these are really nice fish as they get bigger. Hey Landon, how's it going? Jerry, you got your cherry shrimp. That's good to hear that they're doing great for you. Hey Dave. Dave, the rainbow with the red tail, that is going to be the Melanitania affinis pagui. They look really nice. So that's out of our breeder vat. Our sellers aren't going to be as large, but some of the males, they definitely have that much color already. So that's something we're going to do. Guys, our video editor and we were talking, and we're going to try and do videos every week of like maybe 3 or 4 clips of different breeders and get them out maybe every Wednesday. Not entirely set on which day yet, but it's something we're going to try to do more regularly since we're having issues with trying to do the live feeds down in the breeding area. So we're just going to do quick little clips, show what our breeders look like so you guys can see what these fish can potentially turn into. See that we have good genetics. This is the yellow rainbow fish here. There's one male in here just all fired up. Oh, Nick, that's a really cool order. You got the Rhabdotis, the Waru, and the Demiris. I'm a big South American fish tank lover, so I like to see that. Other people getting those types of fish. Kevin got a delivery yesterday. Yeah, Kevin, so the cardinals we got, they're smaller than what we normally import, so they were wild from Colombia. I'll show the tank just so everyone has a reference of the size of the fish we're talking about. I just walked right past it. So here, just for example, we have 3 tanks of them. It's the 40-gallon breeder. You can see they're pretty small. And we actually dropped the price on them a little bit since they are smaller. But you can see they're pretty small, and we have 3 tanks of them. But they look really good. They actually shipped a lot better at this smaller size. So it's something we're considering, just ordering them at this size more often. But these weren't intentionally ordered. Actually, we have 4 tanks. Here's the 4th one. They weren't initially what we wanted, but this is what we got because this is all they had as far as size goes. Now we've had these in now for 2 months about, and they've put on a lot of weight. they've grown significantly. They were even smaller when we initially imported them in. Oh, that's good to hear, Mason. How are you liking the fish? I know you haven't had them that long. The Vitatas are really cool fish, I think, and they're really, really peaceful. They're not, they're the more like shy, kind of not very aggressive Tanganikans that I've kept here. They seem to be really cool though. I like how their rounded faces look. Shady wants to know what we have for plecos in stock. Really, it's going to be based off what the website says, but let's go look at some of our... Sorry guys, let me turn you around. Let's go look at some of our bushy nose that we have in. This thing is having a mind of its own again. Sorry about this, guys. Fighting the gimbal as usual. Alright, so here we got the long fin chocolate bushy nose. Hello fish fam, how's it going? We got the long fin green dragon bushy nose. These guys are looking really nice. We got a couple larger albinos. Down here, I see a few. I see one calico. And then we have these whiptails that we breed, but they're not... Look at this guy's buried in the sand there. They haven't been very popular. These are a really cool fish. Initially, they came out of Uruguay several years ago, and we've been breeding them. These guys are pretty cool. Let's see if I can get a zoom in on one of these guys for you. So they're small. These guys get larger. Something really cool about these guys, in the breeders, I saw some of the males, they're actually getting like some yellow in their face and like on their head, around where like a bushy nose would have the bristles, and they're really they get really kind of bulky, like kind of beefy. They kind of remind me of like if you took a whiptail. They're like somewhere between like a Farewella mixed with like a chameleon whiptail, like body shape wise. They just don't have any long trailers. They don't. The breeders never had that. These are the Rhinolocaria species Goaviu. We're not exactly sure on the species. They were imported probably over 10 years ago, before I worked here, and we just had a few specimens to start with, and we've bred them ever since then. Here we got more calico bushy nose. A nice male right there. Here we got some blue eye lemons. They're new just today, so we got them under quarantine. But we got a bunch of those in there. Some larger super red bushy nose. So it looks like we got a lot of bushy nose in. Pretty much all the colors, all the fin types. Chocolates. More chocolates. Some really small, long fin albinos. These guys are tiny. You see they're eating some rapashi there. Compare it to the size of a large neocardina there. I'm trying to zoom in for you guys. So those guys are pretty small currently. And so yeah, not too many of the other types. So we'll go look at some of our soft water tanks, some of the wild type plecos we have in. Getting some big water changes here. New tank's getting set up. There's actually no filter in it currently. Just has brand new sand dumped in there. So over here, we still have a few of these Rio Karua plecos. Very similar to like a zebra or like a mix between a zebra and an L333. That's the L401s. We have zebra plecos, which for a long time we just imported these guys, but luckily we've been having a lot of success breeding these guys lately. I think our breeders were just young, and over the past like 3 to 4 months we've had 4 or 5 spawns of these guys, so pretty exciting. We have the L333 plecos. Let me get the hand in there, show you guys. Mason, we are breeding the whiptails in our well water. We are doing nothing special for them, but just breeding them in the vats in the greenhouses. So there's one L333 there. A couple in this corner. Now, what I like about these guys is they're the Garupa. That's where they're the location, and we see a lot of variation in the pattern. And some are more gray and black, some are more white and black. So it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of natural variety in the line. Yeah, Shady, we got a lot of plecos. We always have a bunch. You just got to do some digging on the website to find them. Mauricio, I'm not sure if we have any blue tipped here in the warehouse. I will look, but the breeders are really nice. So the breeders, they're the males are almost all black, and they have a little bit of red and some blue in their fins. They look really cool. If we have any, they would probably be in this section, so I'll walk by. They look similar to these guys. Now this tank's a little dirty, it's going to be hard to see, but this is the pitch black Fulu, or the Ysichromis pisciatus. Very similar fish, but they are different. I will see if I can find more. Oh, here we go. Perfect. I'm glad I found them. So this is the pitch black, or the, I'm sorry, this is the blue tipped. This is the Ysichromis blue tipped. Now, for you guys who don't know, this is a fish that I do believe is on the CARES list, so it is endangered. You can see the color differences here. So you got some colored down males. You got some, I think, oh, there's one female in there. This is very male heavy. Most of these fish in here are males. But you can see the dominant fish. This is a really cool addition to any type of like Victorian type aquarium. Let's see, what other, you guys have any more requests? Zebra White Lab Lundu Island. I will see if I can find those two. Those guys are another really nice one, and that's one we can't breed enough of those Zebra White Labs. They're just selling as soon as we put some up for sale, they just go. But luckily, we're having a lot of success breeding them. Here we go. These guys are really nice. I like these guys. As a species only, this would be a really cool fish, but in a mixed tank too, they look great. Venustus. I think we might have some in here. Normally we keep those in the greenhouse just due to size, because they do get larger. But if I come across the Venustus, I will show them. This is the Lion Sangha Mabuna. Oh, cotton. So Victorian type, Victoria, like Lake Victoria. So just another lake in Africa. There's a lot of fish that come out of there. You got zebra obliquidans, SP44s, some of the Yisachroma species. Just another African lake. Water parameters are similar to like Lake Malawi, but yeah, it's just a different lake, and they have a lot of different types that you don't see in the other lakes. These are the Patricki Chidunga. Here we got some of the bicolor. Now these were brought up last week. I don't know if any of you guys were on the live stream last week, but they were picking fish and adding them to the tanks, and a lot of them didn't have a lot of color. So this is one of those fish. These are the Milana bicolors. These guys are 3.5 inches. You can see they're already showing a lot of color. Malawi hawks, 3 to 4 inch. They are usually in this section over here. It seems as if they've been moved. So if I come across those, I will show them, David. These just came out of a pond a couple weeks ago too. This isn't. There are some lemon jakes in here, but no, this is one of our tanks where if you order a mix pack, we hold some of the fish. Alright guys, so we're working on some what you see, what you get. This is a star sapphire. It's a male. We do have a video of him. I need to get it up on the website, which I will do today. And he will be available soon. You can see he's already starting to chip up. He is a little skittish right now. See if I can get him to calm down. See if you can see his chips. There we go. This guy's probably 5 to 6 inches. And he will be on the website very shortly. It will be a what you see, what you get. So if you click on that page, he'll be up on there. Here is another fish that's going to be what you see, what you get. This is a very large Swedish hung guy. He's hiding back there. Looks like he's not going to come out and say hi, but got a Swedish hung guy, what you see, what you get, that will be up. These blue neons, we looked at these guys last week too when they were getting brought up, and they colored right back up. They're looking fantastic. Here's another Lake Victoria fish, or a Victorian type cichlid. Got the SP44s. These were also shown last week and they weren't colored up because they were just brought up, but here they are back to showing out. These are the German yellow blaze. These guys look really nice. There is one non-yellow blaze in there. It looks like a yellow sunshine. Yeah, there's a Banga sunshine in here. Most likely jumped. Here's a few small Venustus. None of them are showing any color yet. Let's see here. Chevy, Cyprochromis. I don't know how many we have right now, but we are breeding several types. Just yesterday, I was in the breeding room and we pulled fry from a few different types. We got Cyprochromis zonatus, we got Cyprochromis chatuta, and Cyprochromis leptosoma utinta. All have fry growing up, so we should have some shortly. Got yellowhead peacocks in that tank we were just looking at. The Mallory Island. A lot of yellow peacocks available right now. So guys, see, we've been working on some of these tanks. Nothing's really changed in the Tanganyika tank. Nothing's changed in this tank really, but here we go. This was the planted tank. It's completely empty. It just has the fish in there now. We added some sand, but we're gonna take this opportunity to look at some of the fish that are in here that we don't get to see very often. So we have some zebra plecos in here. Of course, we got the cardinal tetras. We have the angels, the discus, of course. And then there's a couple other fish I want to show you guys that you're probably not going to see very often. We have the whiptails here. These are the royal farewellas. We have the cories. We have a very small school of these. We're going to have to get some more cories. And then they're blending in really good, so they're kind of hiding. But we got the Wobbin Munster, bushy nose in here. They're up there hiding, so you guys aren't going to get a good view of those. But we are planning on redoing the tank completely. It was overran with that algae that we was purposely letting it grow out on the driftwood, but it continued to get out of control. It was choking out all the plants. There was no fertilizer in the tank for the plants, so it's going to be one of two options. We're either going to do black water, or we're going to fully plant it and just go all out and have a fresh start. So the fish yesterday got about a 90% water change, and they look great today. Like, they're loving it. So plants are really low in stock right now, but I just got a big shipment in today. So we're going to be stocking these tanks back up. We were having a little bit of an issue with the sunlight and getting a little too much sun, so we're getting some algae. So we just cleaned the tanks up. Plants are looking good. We got the super red mini Ludwigia, the scarlet temple, the dark red Ludwigia. Now this one is really nice. This is a plant I'm growing at home, and it is dark red. It's like almost like, it's so dark red that it's almost not even red. You can get like almost purple if you give it the right condition. Still surprised we have lace plants available still. They're not, it's not often we can get them in, and they are starting to take off. So these guys grow so fast. When we got these in, they each had maybe 1 or 2 leaves this size or smaller, and they're already setting up some leaves that are 6-7 inches. But these tanks are going to all be restocked today. We did get a new plant in, and this is the Pogostemon stellatus narrow leaf. So a lot of cool stuff. We will be restocking today. It'll all be on the website later today. Mario's asking if we have any Gymnogeophagus. We do, and also we just got in a Well, we didn't just get them in. We had a pond setup of Gymnogeophagus terra purpuru. We seined the pond last week, and we started with 50 fish, and we probably seined out 300, and there was another couple thousand in the pond. It's a really cool fish. We don't have photos of it yet, but we will be getting photos and getting that fish online in the next week or two. It is my favorite Gymnogeophagus I've ever seen. It's got a lot of color to it. They don't get very big. The biggest one we saw in the pond was around 4 inches. So it's a smaller, from what I've seen, stays smaller. A lot of color. Not shy at all. Pretty hardy. We didn't lose a single fish bringing them in. So in the next week or two, we're going to have those up on the website. Stacy, we do breed geos in tanks in the breeding room. We breed the Geophagus pyrocephalus or the redhead tapajo. We breed the Geophagus weimilleri, and that's all we breed inside right now. In the past, we've bred a few other types, but we currently are only breeding those two. We are starting to breed the red humps. Before we would source them out or get them from the wild, but we are now going to start breeding the red humps. We do have Balzani, Mario. I can show you the tank. So here's what we have in for Balzani right now. These guys are 2.5 to 3.5 inches. So they're looking really nice. Not showing any of the humps yet really on males versus females. Like this one is probably going to be a male, but nothing super obvious yet. But these guys are really nice. Cotton, I do not have any ETAs on orange Venezuelan Cories. So guys, what do you guys think about that old planted tank? You guys think we should try to go towards Blackwater or go towards a fully planted aquascape tank? Me personally, I'm really big into planted tanks, but Blackwater tanks take a very close second. I love just throwing a bunch of leaves in a tank, letting the water turn nice tea brown color. Brings out a lot of the natural colors in the fish, especially fish that are in there. The discus would look really good in it. The cardinal tetrals would just glow in it. But at the end of the day, a nice planted show tank is hard to beat. So. And not everybody is gonna like Blackwater, so unsure about which way we're gonna go yet. Bill says planted tank, Mike J says planted, Cotton says Blackwater. A lot of people really aren't coming around to the Blackwater tanks, and with aesthetically they just don't like it. I think it's fantastic, and if you've done it, you see all these different colors in the fish you normally don't see. Now obviously this only works for Blackwater type fish, but you don't want to do this with your Africans, but it's really good to see. Yeah, so these are the blue hooks, and for size reference I'll show you the full tank. This is a 40 breeder, so these guys are already pretty big. I would say this fish right here, he's probably pushing 3 inches from head to tail, 3.5 inches. Some of the bigger ones in there. Yeah, Mario, so what I was thinking was getting a lot of driftwood in that tank, and maybe even having some of the driftwood come down into the tank like this, into the big show tank, having it be Blackwater, having leaves down below, down here, and I think that would look really cool. But at the end of the day, we also have to think about the ability to keep the leaves down on the bottom of the substrate. We have a lot of flow in those tanks. We've added power heads to help with keeping the tanks clean. A lot of detritus was collecting because the flow was so low. So I'm thinking we're leaning towards planted tank. We're gonna have to get some hardscape. We're going to have to get plants in, but I think it's gonna be really cool. Goran says he prefers a planted tank. I think that's most of the people's consensus is a nice planted tank overall in the hobby, where the Blackwater side of the hobby, it's not as big yet, so it's not really as popular. So guys, do you have any other requests or any topics you want to talk about? Let me know. I just got a couple more minutes I can squeeze in. So down here, while we're sitting here, we have the 3-lined cories. So we got a lid in the way. Let's clear it up a little bit for you guys. Oh yeah, Bill, sorry, I did see your question. No, we don't have any Dario in. Really cool fish though. Dario. It would be nice for us to get some in, but it's hard. Some of those smaller types of species, they don't sell as well for us. So sometimes if we do get fish like that, we sit on them for a really long time. Here are some of the Rio Vichata Ultim Angels. These guys are looking great. Yes, they are hard to come by. One of my favorite fish are the Scarlet Batis. Those are really nice, but it's so hard to come across females on them. In the past, they used to only ship out males on purpose. I don't know if it was for breeding purposes or if it was for just send them the nicest colored fish. Here's an interesting tank, guys. So these were born here. These are pretty small still, but these were born in this warehouse. These are the gold laser cories, and they're pretty small. These guys are about 1/2 inch right now. Alishan, we don't have any in stock right now, but some of the other West African fish that we're currently breeding, other than pulker and buffalo heads, we have jewel cichlids. We have the Hemichromis moanda and the Hemichromis exul. We breed the Nana Acara anomala. We breed the Nanochromis transvestis and the Nanochromis splendens. Working on getting fry of all those, getting them available. It's been a while since we've had any, unfortunately, but we've changed some things up around, so hopefully we will get some more. I've been working more with the breeders, trying to push out some of the fish we haven't had in a while. So hopefully some of these fish that we've been breeding in the past that we've had available a lot and we haven't, hopefully that changes here shortly. Now you have to consider grow out time. So even if I bred the fish today, it's going to be 2-3 months on some of these fish, maybe even longer until they're available. So just keep that in mind. These are the Corydoras delphax. David's working on a smaller Predator Hap tank. 4 to 6 inch. Not too sure what we have available in that size right now. Stacy, that's a great question. So Stacy asked, are Ultim Angels more different or more difficult to keep than a regular angel? So we'll go look at the tank. So with the Ultim Angels, there's a few things to consider. Number one is they are a larger species. They get much taller than the Scalaire that's in the hobby, so that you normally see. So all the other angels, they're different species that you see. So Ultims, they get larger. They'll grow very tall. They can grow easily from the tip of my thumb to the tip of my pinky. That's a very large fish. Next thing to consider is they are more sensitive to water parameters. So they're gonna prefer water with a lower TDS. They're going to prefer a lower pH, and they're gonna be more shy in most cases because a lot of the times they are wild caught. So great fish, beautiful fish, definitely worth the extra few steps to keep them happy and healthy, but not everybody has access to be able to do that. So if you don't have access to do that, there's a couple other options. You can get the redback amapas, which are a similar colored species, but they're the Scalaire type. But yeah, that was a great question. Thank you, Stacy. Mario, it's funny you say that. I was actually considering creating a drop down on our website for CARES species fish. So I don't feel bad about giving the advice. We're always open to it. And that is something I've been considering because there are a few species here that we keep that they just don't sell. And the problem is just a lot of people don't know about them. They don't know we carry them. I mean, you can't just easily find them. And then there's a whole group of hobbyists who that's what they're into, just keeping fish that are on the CARES list and keeping them going. So I am considering doing that. I just got to figure out where I'm gonna put it, and I have to find all of our CARES species fish and get it on that tab. So no, I appreciate it, Mario. Any advice any of you guys have, we're always open to it. So real quick, we'll look at a few Tanganyikans before we get out of here. Got the Slendrilicus. Not only a few of these multis. These are the Neolamprologus multifasciatus. Got only a few of them available. We do have fry growing out, so we'll have more soon. Plenty of these blue-faced capilli, Brichardi, or the blue-faced princess. So guys, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for all the tips on the website. Well, not all the tips, but the one tip on the website. Thanks for your opinions on the Planet Tank. I think we're gonna go planted. I think it's gonna be more aesthetically pleasing to the majority of the people who walk through our doors. When they walk in, it's the first thing you're gonna see. So probably what we're gonna do. So thank you guys, and we will catch you next week.